Hey guys, what's up? It's your friend the Neighbordoopus here. Sorry, let me just show this off. Breaking. Go. Libra. Away. Libra's sweet. It's just sweet. It's not fantastic. It's just sweet. So, we're doing it. Obviously, I'm going to be looking for soy milk as number one. Everybody loves a good Libra soy milk run. Also, most all stats ups are incredibly powerful with Libra, or at least very potent. Maybe powerful is the wrong word for it, because it doesn't make you, you know, obscene in any way. It's just that they are good, you know. There's nothing bad about them at all, and they just give you a bunch of stats, which Libra likes. Libra like. Okay, this room sucks ass. I hate this room. It is, oh cool. I was gonna say, like, I need to blow up that, yeah, that barrel. But that took a lot longer than I think it should have. Alright. Alright. Let's get into this. So, one of my favorite things about Libra, still to this day, is the fact that it gives you 6 of every consumable item, which is super cool. It makes the fact that, you know, I mean, we have 12 cents already. Like, if I make it to 15, then I'm gonna totally access the shop on this floor. If we don't, that's still fine. We'll be pretty much ready to access the shop on, you know, the next floor. And we have keys, so we'll never be, well, maybe not never, but we probably won't ever be in a situation where I can't even access an item room because no keys dropped, for example. Not that that's ever happened to anybody. Definitely wouldn't have happened to me on more than one occasion. I forgot I was missing hearts, so oops. Also, you might hear my stomach grumble. I'm hungry. So I'm sorry, but at least it sounds great on mic. I will tell you that. It sounds very bizarre. It sounds like the stupid dog gargoyle from Ghostbusters when it was growling. That's what my stomach sounds like right now. So, you might hear it, you might not. We'll see. I mean, it hasn't growled yet, so we'll have to see. It was growling right before I actually started recording. Barcode Hanger is obviously incredible. Maybe not incredible, but it gives tears, which is the stat that we absolutely want with Libra. Don't one-shot the little dingleberries yet. So not as much damage as I thought. I thought we'd be one-shotting dingleberries, but unfortunately that is not the case. However, still good. I think I'm gonna fucking choke a bitch. Sorry, I shouldn't make light of fucking whatever. Anyway, yeah. So don't get me wrong, Bloody Lust is great. It really is. It's a very nice item. However, it doesn't actively give a bunch of stats. It kind of, you know, reactively does. So I'm not concerned with it as an item at the moment. And I know there was a Tinted Rock. I'm waiting to blow it up. I probably should blow it up. I'm sorry, that looked like blue to me. I must have gone insane. Mostly because I don't want to lose the Spirit Hearts that it, yeah, likely drops. I want to grab it right before fighting the boss. Because if I grab it right before fighting the boss, then we won't have the chance to lose it on the way to the boss when we've already taken red heart damage on the floor. But the Spirit Hearts on the boss will help out a great deal. As you can get a deal with the devil even with red heart damage on the floor. You just need luck to be on your side. That pretty much sums it up. So, yeah. Did you hear my stomach, by the way? That was a pretty low grumble. It was just like, help, feed me. I got it, stomach. I understand. You don't have to tell me. So it's interesting. The correct choice would just be take the habit, but I think the cooler choice is take mom's purse. Because that potentially allows us to keep the swallowed penny as well as get, you know, a better, presumably better trinket. But we get to keep them both. Don't have to choose. Don't have to choose your favorite child, you know? Alright. So Infestation 2, I didn't really comment on it, but Infestation 2 is an incredible item. I'm really happy that we're fighting the Haunt, by the way. Fuck the Haunt. It's a very good item, as it increases your damage output quite substantially in almost all cases. Yeah, I knew what you were doing, motherfucker. Because, basically, if you don't know what Infestation 2 does, whenever you kill an enemy, it'll spawn a spider. I think it can actually spawn 2 spiders sometimes, and then segmented enemies will spawn even more spiders. 1 or 2 per segment. And the spiders do 2.5 times your tier damage, which is quite good. So, fuck. Oh, that's actually so brutal. Holy shit. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a library. Let's actually check it out. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Okay. So, this is an investment right here. Investment. I invested 4 keys to get 5 books out of the rotation. Yeah, I guess out of the rotation entirely. Library item pool is very finicky. You have to actually pick this stuff up, which is annoying, but whatever. Maybe that's why you actually have to pick it up as room. There are those rooms where 4 of them are behind, you know, locked things. 1 second. Oh god, I couldn't even get the words out to say 1 second. Jesus Christ, that was painful. I tried to hold it back too. It was one of those sneezes where it's just like, you know it's coming, and you know you can't stop it, but you try your hardest to stop it anyway. Then you get that awful, awful, awful feeling after it, where you're just, you know, it feels like you ran a marathon, except all that happened was you fucking sneezed. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. We're good. Everything's fine here. Can you stop giving me Monstrous Tooth? I like Blood of the Martyr a lot. It's not quite as good as Libra, of course, because damage is the lowest statistic, or lowest weighted statistic in Libra's formula. Luck up's nice. Luck up is not a statistic weighted in Libra's formula. Excuse me. Did you just see that? Bleh. Whatever. He shot at such an obnoxious, like, infrequent rate. I'm apparently horrendous at dodging right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Am I tired? I must be. I mean, I know that's like a scapegoat at this point, but like, I must be, right? It is late. I don't mentally feel tired, but I definitely feel... It's like when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, right, like I understand, I can acknowledge all the dumb shit, you know, and be like, that's fucking dumb. But I can't stop it? So we have 1 guppy item already. Sorry, I bumped the table. Yeah, I'll take both, sure. This means we're 1 part away from being guppy, and Rotten Baby's just a great item. Just a good one. Alright, well, I guess I didn't want to shoot that poop anyway. Mushroom poop can't have coins? Fuck you. Yes, it can. And I won't rest until I prove it. Sure. Yeah, it paid off, I guess. Not actually quite yet. We need a coin drop at the end of the room or another key drop or something for it to really pay off, but it's fine. Yeah, alright. I think I'm gonna open this. That sucked. Real bad. Let's go into the shop, I guess. God, this is awful. Yes, sure. Right, I didn't have 15 cents. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna run the risk. I don't feel the most comfortable doing this right now because apparently I'm awful at dodging. Apparently. But okay. We have won, and now I get to actually bomb here. This I forgot this room existed. To be completely honest with you, I forgot these coins were here. So that's nice. Yeah, it's real nice actually. I did buy the key. I didn't buy the battery. Do I care at this point, actually? Now that we've seen all our pedestals? Yeah, nah. Let's just go. Shoot the poop. No. Shit. I should have... Wait, no, we have goat head. We can actually reroll. Ah. I was like, oh, I should have bought the battery. No, I still can. The chance is not gone. And it's not the most efficient use of 5 cents, but... You know, what's the matter when you get Guppy on the 3rd floor? You're not Guppy. And thus I hate you. Oh well. Let's go. Come on. Get hype. Guppy. Let's go. Up top. Haha. Let's... Alright. No. I never want you. Never have, never will. Alright, we got a nickel? No. How much money did we have? God, I'm lost. We had like 8 cents, right? How do we have 11 now? I guess I dropped 3 pennies? That seems off. I'm not actually sure what's going on. But we definitely picked up 3 pennies immediately, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome stuff. Awesome. Nice. Oh yeah, that's the other plus side to Infestation 2. Is that similarly to, like, I guess similar to Guppy. Well, not really. Nothing about Guppy would lead you to believe that this happened. But basically, as long as they die by non-spider means, you'll spawn a spider from them. If they die by spider, they will not spawn a spider. So, it's pretty cool. As long as it's anything not spider, it includes flies. Oh god, I forgot that was only the first boss. That way I took one down. I don't know why. Whatever. It's not like Megamod is a difficult boss, so... Who cares? Stop. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Thank you. Okay. There was a pedestal, but that would require me to throw away. Alright, here we go. Whew, yeah. No. Wait. Does that... Is that even good? I'm gonna take it. It's probably not good. Oh, it's good. I've lied. It is quite good. Okay. God, I don't think I've actually ever seen this interaction. I thought that the tiers down would obliterate me. I feel like I'm still shooting like roughly the same rate. Obviously a little bit slower, but not nearly as much as I'd expect. And my damage is still very good, so I'm actually really confused. Boink. Boink. Like, my speed is lower. I don't know, this is weird. It feels like Libra didn't even have effect here. In certain senses, but in others it was like, you know, dramatically effective in terms of speed. God, my nose is so irritated right now, and it's really bothering me, and I'm so sorry, and I've probably made a disgusting, like a macaroni noise or something. Oh god, okay. Macaroni noise, what's this fucking guy on about? You know, when you're like stirring macaroni, it makes like really gross fucking noises, you know? You know what I'm talking about. You never stirred macaroni before? Fuck, you sheltered or something? Might as well grab it. I think that might be too good to not take. Or to re-roll, you know. I don't really want to backtrack, so let's just leave. You know when you're stirring up macaroni and you just hear... That doesn't make... That's not the sound from macaroni. Get out of here. That's disgusting. And you kiss your mother with that, man? I've always found that, like, as such a weird statement, you know? You kiss your mother with that mouth? I mean, who's to say, you know? Judgy McJudgerson over here. Alright. Okay, adversary is kind of an asshole, but fortunately, I'm very powerful right now. Apparently. This is actually awesome. I didn't think I'd be this powerful at all. Like, holy shit, actually. Yes, this is good, actually. Caffeine pill's sweet. Oh, I can't not. I'm weak. Oh my god, we're winners! I'm so glad I didn't take that immediately. Holy shit, this is incredible, actually. All this. So, if you don't know, I have enough bombs that I can show this. Watch this rock, see what happens. Oh wow, didn't form a bridge. How annoying is that, right? Let's just pop it, fuck it. Tammy said. And I'm opening all these because I have, you know, golden key. Yeah, let's take Sack of Pennies. Sack of Pennies is definitely good. And that allows me to reroll Tammy's head. What a good reroll. I want to reroll it again. Let's see if we can. Yeah, bomb rocks don't form bridges, which is a really frustrating thing. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's, you know, part of the game, so. By the way, we haven't even gotten another... We haven't even seen another trinket, by the way. By the way. Which is quite frustrating. Because I bought Mom's purse expecting to at least see, like, one other trinket. Actually, we might have seen one. I wasn't paying much attention, because it was probably shit. But I don't think we have. But, I don't know. I tend to forget things. So I'll say that I wouldn't be shocked if we have. But I don't believe we have. Or I could start, like, you know, speaking in the I rather than the we. That's not inclusive. Lemon party, huh? Able, alright. Always gotta get able, you know? There is a treasure map in the shop, which I probably want to get at. Why do I have so many spiders? What happened here? See, I don't fully understand the spiders, actually. Sometimes. Like, why do we have so many? Where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from? Spider Hydro? Ugh. Spider Eye. Ugh. Blech. By the way, I'm proud of you guys. People didn't freak out over Prometheus. Except one person on Twitter. But that's because after I recorded the episode, I posted to Twitter. Prometheus, worst movie of the 21st century? Yes, no. Why? And, you know, obviously people took it literally rather than hyperbolically. Which tends to happen on the internet because people don't, you know, get context clues or anything. I don't know, it's weird. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably should know that I'm very hyperbolic in most of my statements. Regardless, they got very defensive over it. Because I guess it's like their favorite movie or something. I don't know, it's an awful movie. It really just is bad. Sure, missing poster, why not? We're Guppy, by the way. I don't know. I'll explain myself a little bit rather than just saying, ooh, it's bad. So the main problem with Prometheus is that it actually created more questions than it answered. If you haven't seen Prometheus, it's essentially an alien, so like the movie Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection. Origin story, kind of. It's like a prequel, sort of. It's in the same universe. Ridley Scott pretty much outwardly stated, like, this is not a story prequel or something like that. But it's a prequel. So, whatever. And there's a bioweapon that these guys called the Architects were using to essentially exterminate humans. And it's like this black goop. Just like goopy goop. And like, that's cool, you know. And then they have a run-in with a worm who was affected by the goop. And this worm turns into like a snake, right? Like 5 times, 6 times, whatever. Very large, right? So some numeric value times the size of what a worm would be, you know. Cool. Alright. We have some idea of what the bioweapon does. Then, a human is affected by it, and he turns into a zombie. And we're like, interesting. That doesn't quite line up with what we understand, but I'll hear you out. Right? And then the human who was affected by it, he was not, you know, properly quarantined, or there were multiple, I guess, who were affected by it. This is incredible. And one of them has sex with one of the female main characters, and, you know, he's affected by this bioweapon and he doesn't know it. And then she gets pregnant, except the pregnancy is accelerated dramatically, and then she gets like an automatic C-section from some like futuristic machine or whatever, and then the thing that was inside her is like the face huggers from the Alien series, except that they're not face huggers, they're like, it's like gigantic, you know? It's like if the face huggers were 14 times the size, you know? It's like, alright, well, interesting. This bioweapon is very peculiar. And then that face hugger attaches itself to one of the architects, and then out of the architect's corpse comes a xenomorph, like a very regular xenomorph, from this 10 times the size face hugger that was birthed from an actual human woman, not an egg, who was impregnated by a man who was affected by this bioweapon that turned a different man into a zombie. And it's just a whole mess, and none of it makes sense, and none of it ever made sense. And it was like objectively stupid and plot hole-ish. But apparently people still defend it somehow, in some fashion, being like, well, there's not plot holes. No, we just, you know, if they explained it, that'd be boring. That's a fucking lazy excuse. You know? You don't have to explicitly explain something for it to make sense, right? If something doesn't make sense, it doesn't just mean that it wasn't explicitly explained, it also means that it doesn't make sense, you know? Like, I agree, if it did just, like, you know, spell out exactly how this bioweapon or the xenomorphs or the facehuggers worked or whatever, that'd be boring as fuck. But they don't do that. And you know what? They never did. In the first Alien movies, you know, in the first 4, the quadrilogy, they didn't, you know, they didn't explain the lore, the mythology of the xenomorphs. But you got it. You understood it. It didn't, like, it created rules and it followed them, right? Prometheus created rules and then was like, what the fuck are rules? And then just broke them, you know? That's not good. That's objectively bad in a movie. Well, but if you just turn your brain off and watch it, then it's good. Well, then fucking it's bad. If it requires me to stop thinking for it to be good, it's most likely bad, hence the Transformers movies. Or like Paul Blart, or, you know, all these things that are just bad. Well, that's not true. Paul Blart is clearly the greatest movie of all time. Movie pair of all time. Sorry. Oh god, okay. So yeah, Prometheus like created rules and then immediately broke them. It never, you know, it never made sense even within the universe. Like, even if you try to make the claim that like, oh, it was never meant to be a sequel or a prequel, it was just in the same universe. Like, it's still, the universe has rules that have already been determined for it, and it doesn't follow them, right? Like, that's the problem, right? The problem isn't that it, you know... I mean, like, the problem is actually the fact that it doesn't have inner movie continuity, let alone inter-movie continuity, you know? And that's a problem of, you know, bad writing, most likely. Or schizophrenic, money-loving bastard who created a masterpiece back in the fucking 80s or whatever. 80s? 90s? How long? When? God, I'm fucking too young to actually know dates of when movies came out. God. Yeah, let's just end it there. What was I saying? Let's grab this. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. Sure, why not? Yeah, so basically, like, this guy, Ridley Scott, created these wonderful, well, he created one wonderful movie, which spawned several other... I'm not going to take a little brimstone just because I'm fucking lazy. Which spawned several other movies, which I actually appreciate all of them. Even the ones that people seem to dislike pretty unanimously. Resurrection. I thought it was fine. I mean, I can see why people dislike it. I just, you know, I see it. I think it's okay. But yeah, so like these movies exist, and then here comes along Ridley Scott wanting to like remake the franchise, and then just ruining it, you know, which is very frustrating. Oh, but he started it. It's his God-given right. Fucking, I don't know. I just made that one up. All right. Most of the time when I add in that fucking stupid Jim Gaffigan-esque voice, it's something that I've legitimately heard, and I give it a stupid voice because it's something that I would deem stupid. In that situation, I'll completely, you know, I'll level with you. That was a straw man, but, you know, still, like, it's very annoying. As a fan of the Aliens movies, it's very annoying to see it just kind of thrown away by Prometheus. And the worst part is, Prometheus ending, I thought that was a Tinted Rock. Oh well. The Prometheus ending was so annoying, because all we see out of movies now is fucking setups for sequels. And that's what Prometheus did. It basically telegraphed, like, we want more money. You know? Because the whole xenomorph thing popping out of the architect or whatever, that was in the end, well, yeah, it was like during the end credits, sort of. It was weird. There was like some credits, and then that scene, and then back to full credits, right? Like some fucking Banjo-Kazooie credit bullshit going on or something. So like it was very clearly like there's gonna be a sequel, right? And the second that you bring a sequel into something like that, it's like, how fucking hungry are you for money? You know? Like you shit out this, and then you're like, but wait, there's more. I didn't fucking, you know, I didn't want it, the first one. Why would I want a second one? I'm gonna see the second one, you know? So they got my money. They won as far as they're concerned, but... And I say that because, like, you know, they got my money. And they will get my money at you know, the release of the next one. It will happen. But they haven't won in the sense that they made a good movie. And that, at the end of the day, isn't that what really counts? No, money is what, you know, makes the world go round. So, clearly, nothing else matters. Yeah, let's go in here. Excuse me, pardon me, sorry. Excuse me, pardon me, sorry. So yeah, I'm just kind of tired of shitty movies. I just want good movies, you know? Just like I just want good games. Like not Fallout 4. And we're back to that. I don't know. It's so annoying because, like, it's so clear how much of an impact money made on so many movies and games and stuff like that, right? Like, on the decision process of movies and games. Just the money is, like, such a ridiculously powerful factor, you know? Which is just annoying. Like, I get why it is, because at the end of the day, they're, like, a business, you know? And their goal as a business is to make money, and I get that. But, like, you also make money by just making a good thing, you know? You don't have to pander. In fact, pandering will probably, like, ruin it more than it helps it. I mean, in a lot of cases that is true. In AAA games cases, it's generally not true. So I guess, you know, why fix it if it ain't broke? That sort of ideology. Which is kind of how things stagnate, but oh well. They're making money, and that's what they care about. So good for them. Sure, I'll take both these. But yeah, I just, you know, I just want good games, man. I just want good movies. You know, all that jazz. God, these suck. I'll take this, though. Oh, right, it ruins the size. I always forget that until I pick it up, and then I immediately remember it. But it's still very good, so I'm okay with it. Lard, huh? Yeah, I don't really want that. See it. And I'm not going to grab the virus again, because I believe the speed down does stack. I do want one virus, just because, you know, I'll have it or whatever. Okay, so now I can backtrack and grab these others. I wasn't paying attention if they were passive or not. And Spider Baby is sure, why not? Because now we have another 3-item room that I can munch on. Oh yeah, but let's dive right into the, whoops, that's not a bomb. Oh god, I'm tired as fuck, apparently. So I was talking about how I think that you know, all the Alien movies are pretty good, and a lot of people poo-poo the, specifically Alien 4. And I can understand why they do that, absolutely. But I think that we should appreciate Alien 4. You know? because it very much was the first Alien movie with the technology that the Alien movies wanted, you know? Alien had very little and very limited CG, right? Very, very little. As you'd expect, right? Because it was, you know, 80s or whatever. I mean, it was late 70s? I don't remember what it was. Listen, again, I'm like fucking 12 or something. And, like, it was phenomenal for what they had, but it just... it was missing something, you know? Like, it very clearly was meant to have something else that it just didn't have, and I think CG was the answer. I'm not saying it's bad because it didn't have CG, but you could tell, right? There were a lot of sequences that kind of just felt off because of the lack of ability to make them the way that the artist intended, you know? And then Alien 3 almost had it. Alien 3 was the first with, like, you know, a bunch of CG, except the technology still wasn't quite there, because in Alien 3, the alien itself, you could very visibly see the blue screen reflections. The lighting was very off. And that's the other thing, too, is that it wasn't really CG. It was kind of just blue screen usage and superimposing a small figure into the scene and, like, touching it up or whatever. And I think Alien 3, from a story perspective, was very cool and very good. From a visual standpoint, it was fine. It, you know, obviously had issues in the blue screening. And then Alien 4, again, it was the first Alien movie that felt like it had the correct technology behind it. It's just the story sucked. But when you could get past the part where Ripley was now half alien, if you could just get past it, the story was actually reasonable. If you just ignored that. Because that was just kind of like a shoehorned way to have her exist at that point in time, because it was like 1,000 years later or whatever, and she was like a clone or something. If you just got past it, it was pretty good. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Of course, if you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help me out a great deal, and you can see more Isaac in the future by doing so. Man, was that an actual outro? See ya. What's an outro?